But you're right. I bet when he holds out the red shoes to the screen, did you know that at the first screening, everyone in the audience ran out because they thought the shoes were actually about to kill them?
They weren't gonna hit them. They're gonna be crushed by
They thought they were giant shoes.
That's pretty funny.
And that's our song. Thank you, Steven. We're here. We're back. We're amped. We're juiced. We're loose.
Woo! Woo!
It's cinematographologically speaking. Today, we've got The Red Shoes, 1948, Michael Powell, and Emerald Cheeseburger, co-directed by him. But we all know it's really about Michael Powell. I guess I'll open up with some of my thoughts.
Just a few, though.
Just a few, just a couple, maybe even just one if I can pull that out.
If you could just say this one.
If I could just say this one thing, and if I could say one thing, I think what I would say is that this movie was very good. I liked it a lot. The first 2/3 being drastically better than the last third. And I hate American Hollywood cinema from this era. I find it hugely I find its omnipresence distracting, but also constraining. I feel like I can always feel this. It's almost like, I mean, it is, I guess, maybe like a genre or something, but it feels like whenever you see a genre film and the film always feels constrained by the genre rather than empowered by it or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel about this film. I feel a constant constraining presence. And also, I don't know, I want to say something super mean about Technicolor, but I don't actually feel that negatively about it. I have a negative association with it because
color.
You hate Wizard
it
of
goes
Oz?
hand in hand with this thing I'm disliking. But also I want to point out, a lot of Hitchcock is Technicolor and is of the same time, but they feel a lot more uninhibited than this film did.
Like in terms of like its Hollywood feel?
Yeah, just the way it looks. I'm mostly thinking about the way
I
the
kinda
characters are
disagree.
developed, who the characters are,
Uh,
and maybe above all, the way the film looks. All feels relatively constrained. But I really did like it. Although I will say, I thought I was gonna come. John made me feel like I was gonna come, and I only kind of a little pre-dribble, but no
You didn't come all
No.
over yourself.
hot loads, no hot loads for this film.
Okay, is that the whole?
That's my opening thought. Yeah,
Okay.
actually no, that is the whole podcast.
That's the whole podcast.
Bye bye.
Yeah, we're all thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this movie a lot. I think, I mean, obviously the I think it's either it's between 15 and 20 minutes. Like the Red Shoes dance sequences, incredible. I don't know. It's like the best. It's like easily like the number one like I don't know, maximizing of the two mediums of like dance and film, and like one is never like subservient to the other. Hold on, my dog is trying to leave my room.
Rein that bitch in.
Oh my gosh, Sean just killed his dog.
But hold on, my dog's in my room.
Your office.
Yeah. Anyway, so she neither, but Yeah, I mean, overall, I love this movie. This is my second time watching it, and I think initially when I had first watched it, I was much more. I felt similarly about the whole Hollywood constraining it, like the Hollywood like tropes and the look and the feel and these things and the dialogue constraining it. Because I mean, I don't know, we can get into like why that is, but the second time viewing it, I like the main thing that I got out of it this time was lots and lots and lots of subtlety and particularities in like performance and moments in these things that were outside of the dance sequence. Whereas before I kind of viewed it as like this pretty good film with this like absolutely insane, like just perfect 20 minutes inside of it. But then this time I appreciated it more as like a whole. I agree there's some kind of lull that happens right after the Red Shoes dance sequence, but then by the end of it though, I mean, I don't know, I found myself far more satisfied than I was when I first watched it, and the first time I watched it I liked it a ton. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked on it. I love it.
Stoked.
Yeah, that's my opening thoughts.
I thought it was pretty good. The first 2/3. Troy and I have similar opinions about the first 2/3, and then the last third. Perhaps we all share that idea at this point. But like, yeah, I mean, I love the world building at the start. I was like, for the first like 20 minutes, I was just so excited to see where things go because I felt like I was along for the ride in a very classic narrative, almost not really hero's journey, but more like kind of how you feel like when if you're watching imagine you're watching a show and a character is like advancing through the ranks, you know, like, oh, he started here, kind of like, you know, he started here, he worked his way up to the top mob boss, then he became like the you know, that kind of like structure, right, where you're just climbing.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, and you got to see two different arcs. You got to see the composer, and you got to see her, and it was fun watching them climb. And then it all culminates into this moment, you know, this awesome ballet, really extended moment. But then basically afterwards it kind of just falls off. And I think it's largely because the choice doesn't feel like it feels kind of just unearned or something like that. Like, I don't understand the clearly where it's a hang up on what's his name, Mr. Powell's end. Is that his name? The director?
Yeah.
It's clearly like his
Powell
hang
and
up.
Cheeseburger.
Oh, no. I don't mean that. I mean of the character within the movie.
Oh, the director?
Yeah,
he's
the
like
ballet director.
Lobentov or something. I'll get it.
Lermontov.
Lobentov.
Anyways, clearly like he is, you know, the problem is ensued because of him more so than Vicky and her like indecision or anything, and more so than the composer's like hubris. It's not really them. It's basically just Lermontov. But yeah, he's just kind of, I don't know, there isn't much investigation as to like why he is a certain way. There's no like what's the saying, that the villain makes the show or something like that? And the villain in this case was extremely one-dimensional, except that he has this, it's just that one dimension is kind of drawn out through the whole thing. You know from the very beginning, you know, as soon as his interaction with I forget her name, but the former dancer, like Grisha or whatever her name is, you know.
The French lady?
The French lady, yeah.
Grisha's the choreographer.
Okay, not Grisha, the French lady. His interaction with the French lady, when they part ways on the train, you know immediately his pathology or his problem, his villain type. And he never really defies that. He never really grows. And I think that's what leads to the final act being such a letdown. But that doesn't matter for the first 2/3. The first 2/3 are just carried by development because other things are given the room to develop. Yeah, so I think that's maybe why that's a large reason as to why the things fall flat or something like that towards the end. Overall, though, I did enjoy it a lot. At least the first 2/3, I loved it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed it. I had a fun, comfy time, especially as a Hollywood aesthetic apologist, I'll call myself.
So that's good.
Yeah. I actually didn't feel it as much as compared to like some other, like I actually thought of it less reeking of golden age Hollywood films compared to some Hitchcock films, in my opinion. Especially in the first 2/3. In the last bit, right? There was a few scenes of it where it was like, it definitely had that in it. But overall, it felt distinctively.
Distinctively?
It felt more distinctively less American than some other types of American films, in my opinion. Yeah, aside from that, just echoing pretty much what everybody else is saying. The ending decision was very like, I was just sort of like narrowing my eyes, being like, I don't really get it. And I don't know if I like, I don't know, like, I'm glad everyone else sort of shares this because I thought I was like stupid or something, or like maybe I like wasn't like catching the right vibes. But no, well, it's the writer's fault. Fuck. No, sorry. But yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, it
Pretty
is the
good.
writer's fault, dude. Fuck these writers.
If I
Yeah.
I think something that I think is well, based on what Steven said in particular about like the character of Lermontov and him being like one-dimensional. Do you? I mean, I think why that why it's important for that to be like for you to, in a I think you have to take him seriously, like the film has to, you have to be convinced of his pursuit being a worthy one, to create like this perfect ballet dancer or perfect piece of art or something, and you have to do that in order to have the climax hit well, because or that has to happen in order for the climax to like make emotional sense and like be invested, because otherwise it's like she's just caught between like whatever, her lover and some psychopath, as opposed to like two opposing things that are both like worthwhile or something like that. Like is that like do you I mean, just because I think everyone is feeling the same about the last third or whatever, or seems to be. Does that sound accurate?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's fair to say that for it to hit at its maximal potential, you would have to be convinced in his genuine interest, as in like in art in general. But the problem, or like in something. But here's the issue. One big issue is, one, it didn't feel very convincing at times. It felt more like he was just kind of sublimating, and I don't mean this just like from a pure sight. Like everyone can intuit this. I think this, you don't need the language to see this, but it really felt like there was some sort of like sublimation of some psychosexual desire in him to have her, and he wants her because he does not have the ability to love. And this is like his repressive ability will not permit him to engage with people in this more humane way or something like that. Mm-hmm. So then he just sublimates it into making great art, which I think like is, that which isn't like against the point you just made. So now you could say he wants to make great art. Sure, this is the origin of it, is some sort of pathological desire to make art based on his own neurosis or something. But I don't know. That's fine. The reason the ending almost can't hit hard is it just feels like there's no there's no reason for it to. It just becomes melodrama. There's no reason for it to have gone so horribly at the very end. Like, people just make ridiculous decisions. She makes kind of weird decisions. The composer makes weird decisions to like leave things, and there's like all these ultimatums come up in this final moment that feel like they don't have to occur in that moment. That these that things could have, which of course is like this. That's like the problem. You know, you only have so much time within a narrative to tell a story, and you need things to wrap up. But perhaps it all just felt like it was trying to tie too much together way too quickly at the last like 15-20 minutes. It just, I don't know, something like that.
And I think while like, I don't know, just while I was watching it this time, like you reach that scene or whatever when Julian like leaves his opera or whatever, and he like busts into the changing room, and then that kind of like final confrontation, that it does like, if you think about it for longer than 2 seconds, like doesn't make any sense why they both have created like the ultimatums. But I think that I think the first time it confused me more and felt stranger, whereas this time when I watched it, I think I took it more as like, I mean, potentially like poorly crafted as like a believable moment within the narrative, but as like making some ultimate point about something that like about like like what it is to like commit to like make art or something like that.
Yeah.
And that I don't know, I guess this time it bothered me. I mean, that really is like a flaw with it, but I think that like but I think this time I viewed it more as kind of like a theatrical point that had to happen or something like that, as opposed to this like organically developed thing that happens, which, I mean, I don't know, you can talk about the why that's good or bad, but then the other thing about it is what I was going to say about the believing in Lamontov's kind of goal or mission or drive. I think the first time I viewed it, I mean, there definitely is like the sublimated like psychosexual thing, but like it's also, I think that's like, I think this second time I watched it, like I was more convinced by him being like more above it all or something than I might have initially thought he was. Like before I thought it's like, oh, okay, like he's like in love with her, but it's like whatever, it's all just jealousy, you know, in like a more conventional way, and that he's just doing it, he's enacting it through this whole like artistic thing. But I think that it's actually, I think this time I was way more leaning towards like an interpretation of him truly being like actually committed to creating this thing. And I think that part of what makes you take his mission seriously is how good that, or how much that 20 minutes of the Red Shoes like affects you, because even though it is like whatever, this more like meta thing and blah 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 blah, and it's like in her head, and it's not truly it's not his piece of art within the show. It's like, I don't know, when watching that, you're seeing like the potential of her as a dancer or something to like truly be great. And like the more convinced you are by that, the more convinced you are by like his kind of ultimatum of like, you have to be able to keep creating this great thing or something. So yeah, but I don't know, all that still rests on like being convinced by it just when watching it.
Well,
I just want to chime in real quick and
yeah.
say I'm with John in terms of believing in Lamontov's goal. I guess that's all I want to say.
I think that believing in his goal is super important to, and like the whole thing hinges on this. But I think that I think it's certainly reasonable to trust the intuition that there's. It's not like. So, in the final scene, when you see him like starting to go crazy, he's saying, "You have to pick." He's going fucking insane, right? This to me is like, he's, I just think of him as like, I don't know, like regressing to like kind of this like really like toddler like lashing out. Like previously he'd been so in control of things, and of course he had these moments of anger where he like breaks the window and stuff, and he's like, I won't be able to make her into a dancer. But okay, hold on. I don't think we should be super convinced with him, because why couldn't he find another dancer? It seems like that her initial talent wasn't actually that. She wasn't actually that talented. He made her into that. He chose to make her into that. And of course he lost like a protege, which sucks, and he lost like this vehicle for great art, it sucks. But like he could have gone for someone else. I think he had an attachment to her, not just as a vehicle for art, but her as this, like this grooming idea, but not like, to fuck, but obviously like just this, like that is, and like this whole masterful relationship where he wants to maintain mastery over her. And this is very much like, and now I'll finally say that, yes, being convinced by the ballet really helps to make him seem like a more developed character, but you still don't have, just because he's possessed doesn't mean that like that's enough. Like, sure, he has this extremely strong drive to make great art. We kind of knew that early on to some degree. I mean, he's managing this whole house, but he's also obviously he has this desire to be a master too. But as like, why doesn't he demonstrate some sort of like moral growth or like mediation or change in some way? And it's because he's ultimately trapped in this narrow mindset that you would like to see some growth in. Just like, I think like seeing a villain grow over time is like kind of interesting, I feel like we saw how he was going to behave at the end so early on, and this is what makes it like old Hollywood. This is what makes it feel contrived.
I think that there are moments in which he is like placed at like a crossroads of like where he's truly given like some kind of ability to choose to change.
I remember especially one moment, right?
The letter,
right? The letter.
The letter is. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say yes. I that moment was so crazy and important. But then, and obviously, I'll let you finish your point about the development in regards or something, or like its utility. But I will say that a different criticism of the film is like, God damn, all this happened in the last like 15 minutes. Like there was this like 20-minute period of like things just kind of being kind of a lull, I think it was said, or something like that. But that moment, I agree, that moment was kind of interesting, yeah. But go on.
I just want to quickly just, I think as soon as the red shoes ended, or rather as soon as we find out that they're romantically involved, is the moment that's how that Death's ultimatum is eventually going to rear its head. I also want to note separately that this isn't, we all know this, of course, but the audience might think we're idiots. But this is not actually a Hollywood film. It just feels like a Hollywood
it's just a 50s film, right? It's a British film.
Yeah, it's actually a British film. Produced by the two directors. Yeah.
Britain's just, come on, it's just Little America.
I feel
I want Little America.
I mean, I don't know, this is gonna be a bad like defense of it, because I can't even point out anything like super particular, but I think on the second watch, I really felt that it was quite different than, like, I wasn't bogged down at all by the feeling as though it's like a 50s film, or like has these old conventional like super Hollywoody like aesthetics and stuff going on, because well, I don't even know. I like the way it looks, like while it's still, I guess while it's in like the wing of, I mean, like if I'm just going to talk about like aesthetic and like visual, like while it's still in the wing of this like era of film or something, in a certain like class of budget of this film and whatnot, that it still is within that wing, but is also like theatrically like heightened in a lot of ways, that like you know how like you have like during the actual ballet you have like these insane like gaudy like huge colorful painted sets and these things. Those are like always there throughout the film in a way that they aren't in a lot of other films. And I think, I mean, I don't know, it sounds like we're kind of like assigning off like any kind of aesthetic decisions within that department as being just like tropey, as opposed to conscious aspects of the film or something.
I agree.
I just want to say I don't have an issue with the aesthetic. I have an issue with the storytelling.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
and I want to
say,
say that Troy has a pathological hatred towards Technicolor and anything that is even resembling close to a 50s sort of Hollywood aesthetic, and he immediately writes it off and doesn't find any cheer or charm in it at all.
It's so false. Okay, if I can quickly come to John's side real quick. I've got a lot of stuff to say, okay? First of all, I think like maybe it would just help to think of it like this, and this is how I think of it. Is it's kind of got this whole like Cinderella vibe where, not in story, but like it wants to be like the characters are all generally speaking kind of flat, right? And they're all like giga archetypes. And so it leads to this like super unrealistic feeling and all these things, but lends itself to this type of, you know, Cinderella where it's like, oh, it's just an entertainment product. Well, actually, Cinderella is, you know.
Oh,
Who's
who's that?
You're saying
You know what I'm
that,
saying,
you're
right?
saying that it has.
is-
You're saying it has tons of like ideological baggage.
No, I'm saying, you know, one lens is, oh, this is some, you know, like looking at Cinderella, you know, or maybe even Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe
Oh, it's a
Pinocchio.
children's movie. Actually, this is the archetypal, you know.
No,
Right, but
it's
you know,
the
no one,
most.
yeah, no one
It's
looks at
truly the true.
no one looks at Pinocchio and is like, oh, the characters are also one-dimensional, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, well, first of all, idiot, they're 2D, they're on the screen, dumbass. And second of all, you know, blah blah blah. So I think that's how this feels, and I think that's kind of I'm with John with what he was saying about like the final ultimatum. Like, of course it's ridiculous. Like, she's gonna like just straight up like jump in front of a train, and it's like, right, but the film wants to hype up like this is the choice, the cosmic choice between life itself and art, you know, and blah blah blah. And so I just wanted to say that. Also, I didn't even mention the best thing about this film. I don't know if it actually is the best, but the dancing is fantastic. I really love
So cool.
all the dancing. The red shoes itself, the sequence is incredible. And, you know, you could say I'm now dance pilled. Although,
Ballet
in the
pilled.
same, I'm kind of, you know, ballet dance pilled. Although you could say in the same breath that watching all this dancing only made me appreciate
Not having
how
to
much
dance.
how many better mediums exist than dancing. You know, dancing is like,
Dude, what the hell?
Dude,
What are you
dancing-
saying?
dude, dancing
What
is
does that mean?
I'm
Where did
telling
that
you,
come from?
dancing is like, I don't know, the guitar.
Okay.
So fantastic, so wonderful. But, you know, the peaks of which don't compare to other things. Although dancing is a little more of a medium than the guitar, right? Guitar
Like
is
what?
just
Like
music, but-
Factorio?
yeah, kind of like Factorio, right? Something like this.
Look-
Maybe language.
Can I say something? Can I just
Anyway,
say something?
no, I don't think you can because I'm not done.
Okay.
Let me think. I think I have
But
more,
now you're saying
actually.
two things.
Yeah, now you're
Well, I've
on
said
to the
more than
second
just a
thing.
couple one things, but if I can just say maybe one more thing.
All right. I'm sorry.
He's trying to come up with something.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I
he's
guess
trying to
that's
go-
about it. You know, I love the dancing. Yeah, and I mean it's unsurprising. This whole Cinderella vibe, I forgot to really wrap that point up, really contain it with the I don't know, Hans Christian Andersen. This is like the whole thing. The movie. We need to really keep in the front of our minds that this is the Red Shoes. This is an adaptation of a Hans Christian Andersen, type beat, and in that way, it's quite fitting. I think there was a movie we saw the other day where, we wanted to rag on it, but we kept saying, you know what? It's actually, The Castle. When we were like, it's really good at, an adaptation of a different work.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Is that what it was, right? Where we kept saying that?
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the case
But
with
here-
Castle. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that might be fair to look at it with like through the lens of it being a retelling, and that what it brings most to the table is theatrics, and like maybe like a more like contemporary emotional grounding for the setup of the ballet itself or something like that. And yeah, dude, I don't know. The ballet is so good.
Can I,
Dude, the
so-
movie would have been better
so-
if it were ballet the whole time.
No, the movie would have been better if it just ended at the end of Red Shoes and she died IRL. Like she got some crazy sickness, some weird indeterminable illness.
Did you
I-
you guys? Okay, never mind. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say, and then I've got.
I just want to say, yes, of course, the ending has to be the way it is. They want to have that decision, that insanely climactic moment. But it wasn't just a single thing which propelled it to this ridiculousness and melodrama. It was, like I mentioned, the guy leaving, Lermontov going literally schizo crazy, she just absolutely bawling her eyes out, crying, can't communicate anything. No one's communicating at all. Which, I mean, it just highlights the very, I think, this is what I want to say. When Troy was mentioning archetypal stuff, Troy, I think it was so good that when we watched Night of the Hunter, you mentioned Brothers Karamazov. Brothers Karamazov does this very archetypal character standing for things idea, but does it in such a way that at no point do you get that vibe of like, I don't even know how to describe this vibe, like this direct
they still feel
one-to-one
real.
narrative. Yeah, they still feel real. There's no like direct, heavy-handed, allegorical nature of things. It feels so real, and yet they also embody real archetypes. Like I don't know, like fleshed out archetypes that have like all these things. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, no Hans Christian Andersen characters ever feel very real.
What do you
Very flat.
What do you think about the? Okay, so like we can agree that the characters are very, like ironed out. Yeah, they're in flat and like kind of
Steamed.
Well,
everything.
Brody wants to add that they're also quite charming.
Yeah, they're ironed out, flat, charming.
But did you guys? I mean, would you guys like? What did you guys think of the
Endearing.
acting though? Because I felt like I feel like where they're lax in character and stuff, like they're especially in what I said in my opening thoughts is like, there's so many moments that happen where I was like my being convinced, like I don't know, the movie's like incredibly visual, and I felt that I was most convinced and endeared and sympathetic towards the characters during kind of moments in which like their humanity is communicated like visually by them, as opposed to it being like a certain line is said or something. Or so I don't know. I felt like I didn't feel as though, even though the characters are pretty flat, I never felt, and especially on the second viewing, I felt strongly about the characters seeming to have like a I don't know, they got like a soul going on behind their face, they're not just like acting out the archetype or something. Like they're actually making decisions in these things.
I think this is right in a sense, but I'm gonna keep it no cap 100 for real with you, fam. I don't know, cause I've been watching this show Barry lately. Maybe you've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all of it's
Yeah.
a lot of it's about acting, right? Which makes you think about performance the whole time while you're watching. And anyway, there's an issue with that show. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Like the character, like I think you can only take it so far. Like imagine a live action Garfield, you know? Right, Garfield as a character, pretty one-dimensional, right? And like no matter how great his performance is when he's telling who's
He likes
yeah,
lasagna.
yeah, who's the guy's name? Who's his human's name? John. Imagine him telling he's a human, he's telling John, and it's just the performance of a lifetime, but at the end of the day, all his character can think of is lasagna, right? I mean, seriously, right? He could just be bawling, and it's so real, but at the same time, it's like lasagna. And it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it just, the character needs to, I don't know. Lately, I've just been thinking a lot about acting, and like the performance can only be as real as the character is, because like I feel like all acting is trying to, you know, realify, you know, make real this character, like substantiate this character in some kind of reality. But when you know, yeah, you can, I don't know. I think you're right though. Like looking at the scenes, right? The performances are good, but it's like the characters they're performing as aren't. It's just
But
weird.
you're-
I just think about the Garfield
but
thing
you're
is a
telling
good
me-
point.
You're telling me that when she turns around and is like, and then the guy's like,
Yeah, never, dude.
that you're not.
John's making faces at the camera. He's
Dude, I'm
mean,
just saying
like-
I like the moment.
You're just saying
I like the
could-
moment, but the ballet is even perfect. The ballet is almost just a microcosm for the whole film
Okay,
as
whatever.
being like
No, sorry, bad.
no
Bad example.
But,
Bad example. Listen.
but brought a good idea to my mind of how the ballet is just a microcosm for the movie itself. It's just the ballet's, you know, amps up all the symbolism because they can't talk, you know, but it's all still whatever. Go ahead.
It's Star Wars.
I could never
What?
imagine
What?
crying seeing this film.
Look, the
Whoa.
the
That's the
ending
problem
scene-
for me,
I don't
it's
think
not
that-
real enough.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that preposterous. I think the ending. I like the movie.
I
again,
love this
obviously.
movie.
But yeah, I love this movie. But this movie, I would never cry at this. But, no, the last scene was perhaps this moment where you'd imagine all three actors putting on their big boots, you know, and because you know you got him going absolutely batshit crazy, she's sobbing. They're all like demonstrating such radical emotions and stuff. I don't know. It didn't hit that hard. I don't know. I'm not saying that they acted
Is it-
poorly,
I don't know.
but did they act
I'll ask
exceptionally
you when you're
well?
talking about boots,
Did they-
but
No, that you imagine that this is the
Where you're
scene
gonna
where
cry?
like they're well, either that plus they're all now demonstrating significant emotion. Much of the movie was kind of just like, "Well, how do you do, sir?" Or like them like, "I say," and then storming out of the building, or like it didn't have to like the emotions weren't like that complex because the situations just demanded very particular responses. Other than I think Lomontov until the last scene demonstrated particular acting skill in his ability to both be controlled and have this unrestraint constantly bubbling, this problem bubbling in everything, but also this super Chad like stoic restraint, you know.
I would have cried if she didn't have freckles at the base of her neck.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I love
That's
her.
fucked up.
Okay.
I
what
would
about-
never cry at this shit.
Yeah.
And I cry easy.
She's not pretty. She's not.
I
pretty.
cry
I do
easy.
crazy.
What about you know, like when he's like you know, I don't even know what to say anymore cuz I feel like there's so many scenes in which like there is a lot of subtlety going on acting wise that I found impressive and moving, and it sounds like it just like is not being like I don't know, either I'm taking crazy pills or
Like what scene? What scene in particular? Anything stand out? Any moment?
yeah, there's a moment when they're on the train. It's when he says goodbye to her, or the other way around, whatever. She like leaves him, leaves Lamontov, and
Jamie, could you pull that
she's-
up?
Trying.
And she says, and this is, I mean, yeah, this is just an example. This isn't necessarily like a pinnacle moment
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something like
I
that,
got
but
you.
just he says something close to you. Oh, no. She says as like a retort to him. I don't actually know if this is the right scene that we're watching right now.
What do you think
This
she
is
says?
not the right scene. It's the previous scene. She says, like, as a retort, she says, like, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what it is. She says something about him seeing. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember the line, and it's actually so important. Go to the other. You gotta go back. You
the
gotta
first
go to the
time?
scene where it
Which
actually is.
scene?
Wait.
No,
I
it's
just want to
not
say.
this
I just
scene.
want to say. Look at how stony they both look. They look like those hedge or no. What are they called?
Mannequins?
Those those statues that like from Night at the Museum bubble gum. They want
Oh,
bubble
yo,
gum.
Dum Dum.
So like
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
that-
was it something
Easter
Easter Island
Islands?
guys. Okay,
Easter
while we're
Island.
at it,
Yeah,
this
Easter
is the
Island.
prettiest sequence in the film. We all know. Wait, hold on. Not these guys.
This was awesome. I mean, I thought this was pretty.
Yeah, I thought it was
cool.
pretty racist and not cool. I like
Oh,
this.
was it
This is my
racist?
favorite. This is my favorite image.
The ballroom.
The ballroom.
Of course,
the ballroom.
for you.
What yeah, okay. Anyway, John, what sequence are you just talking about?
Let's just
It's
point out the fact that there's boobs. There are boobs.
It's after the ballet. It's after the ballet, and it's when she confronts him about how she's gonna go with Julian and leave.
That's
the
the
ballet,
sequence
and
we were
it's
just
on
looking
the
at. That's
train.
this. Yes.
No, is it
Yeah.
this one? Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Hold
Yeah,
on.
when she
They confront one
she
more
has like a
time.
little
do
witty
you,
comeback.
Do you mean when she leaves?
No,
do you mean
so
when she
whatever the
leaves?
first
or
Here,
when she
here you
comes
go.
back?
Here you go.
It's when she leaves. It's when she leaves.
Audience, we're watching the first goodbye, Mr. Lemontov scene when she says she's gonna stick with Julian. Lemontov's mad. He doesn't
Okay, no,
shake her
it's-
hand.
It said
Miss
it said
Page is coming.
before this.
Well, maybe she still has something to say.
said before
No,
this.
but I love to see her go.
No, I know she did.
Is that?
Oh, this. You know exactly what it means to me.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So she says, you know exactly what it means to me. And then there's like this really subtle exchange where she said that as a retort. And then, yeah, she knows, you know exactly what this means to me. And she like realizes what she said as she said it, like after the fact. And like because she says that, and it's supposed to be like this, like, well, I know exactly what it means to me, and shut up, I'm gonna do what I want. But she says it and realizes that she's actually still unconvinced that she's making the right decision or something. And there's like a very subtle like switch when she says it. That's like was very obvious to me when I watched it, and like he like sees that too, and it shows that. So I don't know. There's lots of that.
I agree.
I
I agree with all that happening.
with
All
this.
that.
Yeah, I
happening.
agree. She puts him on it. He makes a face too where he's like, oh, like he's starting to
Yeah.
think that she needs to be controlled. You know, she doesn't get it. You know, but he has this face right here where she says it, and then he kind of opens up like, oh, you're just like me, and you're making
Like,
a different choice. You
oh.
want to say you're just like me, making a different choice. See, this is why we need to
And
do
she
20-hour scene by scenes.
But but yeah, I think I mean, I feel like this second time I watched it, it seems as though before I thought there was all this kind of very like Hollywoody 50s filler of just like classic like melodrama this, melodrama that, and then this perfect ballet in the middle. But like this time I really felt as though there was like not like maybe a little bit after the ballet happens, there's like a little bit of time, like quote unquote time wasted, but like but it's mostly just like an emotional dip in what's going on. But like I felt like for the most part, like this level of subtlety is going on in every single scene, and that it's like not just this singular moment. And
Yeah.
that, like
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just confused by like the disengagement or something.
No,
that
so what
everyone's
you're
having.
saying, it could very well be true. I was never trying to say that it was like bad acting, but just like, does the acting carry it? Does it carry it past the narrative? Not really. I mean, what you're saying sounds completely true though. Like, yeah, this acting was important. They did a good job.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
the performances are great, but it can only go so far as the characters. And I don't know. I really like it. I'm telling you, you think we don't? You're not gonna win this podcast. Just you wait and see.
know, right?
I think you're
It's
gonna
so
win this whole
crazy.
time. You're gonna get a surprise.
Wait,
I don't know. No, I don't know. I think
John's
it's just
definitely
like,
gonna
yeah, I just can't imagine crying at the conclusion because I only cry when I actually see real people doing things, and here I feel like I'm viewing a Hans Christian Andersen thing, which I am.
But like, I mean, when you get to like, I guess an example is like one where in the drama is not like at peak, where it's like his little Julian and her are in the back of like the carriage, and
That's so
the guy
sweet.
falls asleep, and he says this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't find that like moving?
I
at
really
all?
liked
Or, like,
it.
Was this like? But like it's like dispensable because I feel like
No.
that kind of a moment like can't be like unless you care about them past like what it sounds like, then like that's not gonna, that scene is like, oh, that was nice.
Well, I thought it was.
But,
I thought
like-
it was very sweet, and I imagined. I tried to imagine myself in that situation, and it kind of. I remember thinking about, is this really, is this the happy times, or is this like what people imagine the happy times as, like, is this a case
Yeah.
of can't wait till I'm retired and drinking margaritas on the beach, but you're actually in hell. But also I thought it was strange that his little monologue implied that they wouldn't be married in the future scenario that he was describing. Like, they wouldn't be married, they wouldn't be together. They, one of them's dead or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like, his scenario wherein he
yeah.
describes himself
I mean-
now as being the happiest he's ever been is a scenario wherein they're not together in the future. So I thought that was kind of strange. But I did find it extremely touching and very pretty. For what it's worth. But it's just they're just not real. They're not real to me. If
No, that's
if,
what I don't
if they were to
That's
get
what
if
I-
they were if they were to get tortured on film, I'm not feeling guilty. That's not my fault.
Oh my, no,
You know what I'm saying?
no.
So-
All right,
Ray,
I
take
can't.
it back.
I,
Take it back. Take
I-
it back.
I-
New- say something else.
so I
But
can't
that's
sign
kind
on
of-
with
that's what
everything
I'm
Troy
saying.
said. Please, I'm tired of getting lumped in with Troy's ideas here. Look,
Listen, I want the audience to
Look,
know that
I-
if whatever bad happens to these characters, it's not on me. I have a clean conscience. I'm not
That's
guilty.
great. That's great.
yeah, I think the acting was good, narrative was good.
And I think
Just kidding, the narrative was
John's con-
meh. But the acting was good and the scenes were cool, and I liked the first half. I really don't know. I don't know what's so disagreeable about that. I think the reality of the characters that Troy keeps saying. I wouldn't say the word real just because it might produce more confusion than it's worth at all. And it'd be better to just say like, yeah, I mean the characters were kind of like flat. I don't know.
We all know what I'm saying.
Flat.
we all have the same take. John is trying his hardest to confess to, accessory to, some crime. That didn't go well,
What?
but never mind. I don't know. At first, I wanted to say
Why?
like you're,
Because I killed the.
you didn't even
I
kill
killed
it.
the characters.
As we're thinking about that, right? I really like that Lamentov's announcement that she will never dance again.
Yeah.
And she's not even dead, right? She's like presumably just like fucked up forever.
Yeah.
But I really like that because it really came off like he was saying she's dead, and to him she
Yeah.
is,
Okay.
and to
was
the world
that-
at large. I felt
I thought
she's
I
she's
thought
just
that
some
that
dumb
was,
broad.
I thought that it was so insane for like the film, like it was decided to, because when you're watching it, like it feels like that you should be like outside, viewing Julian and Vicky, and her being dead or whatever, but the most important thing, like the film's like, I don't know, decision is to focus instead on the lack in the performance or whatever, and her like missing through the performance as opposed to, I don't know, I thought
A
I thought
cruel
it was
trick.
I thought it was pretty epic. Like, did you like? I don't know. I felt like that was incredibly satisfying to see, all of it and then like have it be like the empty stage with like the spotlight and stuff and like the
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Wait,
I thought it was great.
I don't know if you're.
I have to. I
yeah,
want
are
to
you-
quickly
you're
respond
talking-
to
sorry.
the trick. The trick. I agree with about the film should be showing us outside. I think it only feels that way in retrospect when you find out she's alive. But I think for most of the time you think she's dead because I don't know, she got ran over by a train. But
Yeah.
I think after you find out she's alive, you're like, wait, what? Why weren't we out there saying that? Because I think Lemontov's speech is supposed to convince you she's dead at the time because you don't know she's alive.
yeah.
But I love his speech, and I love seeing it where she's not there.
I
Yeah,
thought his speech was insane.
Yeah, it's so epic.
It was so
Good performance from
yeah. I liked Grisha's performance.
whose?
Unironically, the dancer. The
Grisha.
Oh, is he
Yeah,
the
Grisha.
choreographer,
Yeah, I think so.
or is
Yeah,
he the co-dancer?
No, he's
No,
the. I think
Well,
he's
he's
the
both.
choreographer.
He's
No,
both.
I
He's the
thought-
choreographer
He's-
and
he's
then
the-
he plays the shoe
Yeah,
peddler.
I thought they're
he's-
different.
Yeah.
Oh, the shoe peddler.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
dude, they're so everything dancing related rocked.
The part with the part with the
He's
priest.
so good at that.
The priest when she
Yeah.
right here when she's dying, or it's just before this, he when she first like approaches him, and then he gives her this freaking insane look of just like being like so sad but like sorry I can't help you.
Yeah. And this film, must have been insane at the time, right?
I was gonna say I'm gonna say something kind of doomer, and I don't actually believe this as strongly as I'm about to say it, but it sort of gives sometimes it gave me like back when like 3D movies first came out, and it was like, oh, now it's in 3D, right? And then it was basically like using like tons of opportunities to show you like things were in like 3D, and then even like the title, like the red shoes,
So
it's like. So it's like
Yeah.
Jackass 3D kind of thing. It's like, well, you can see the
Color.
red on
Well,
the
they're
screen
just-
now.
I like the title sequence. They obviously took a page from Trier's book. But you're right. I bet when he holds out the red shoes to the screen, did you know that at the first screening, everyone in the audience ran out because they thought the shoes were actually about to kill them?
They weren't gonna hit them. They're gonna be crushed by
They
a
thought they thought they were giant shoes.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I did like the title sequence. I can't believe anyone does anything other than real title sequences. I watched this show, a little aside, where the opening sequence is something. They're trying to make something that is real and easily obtainable. Like they made a CG intro, but it's supposed to just look real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they could have done it for real at like a tenth the cost, and it would have looked
Yeah.
10 times better. It just drives me nuts. It's HBO. What are they thinking?
This is so true.
Anyway, yeah, it drives me nuts. Like literally anything looks better real.
Real.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like you guys are starting to understand my spiel. God, Trier makes such good title sequences.
red shoes.
This is so true.
What,
Dude,
what
you
was
gotta
it?
see
The
the Kingdom.
I just I gotta.
The-
I know. I gotta
the
watch
Kingdom
it. I
intro,
have
just
it
the
down-
title.
I have it on my computer.
What's it called? A title slate, or what do they call them?
title sequence? What are you saying?
I don't know. Yeah, sure. Just the screen where the title's on it. It is for the Kingdom is so epic. All in camera, we love it.
What was the idea? Like the red shoes, like they like. What was the?
Dude, Brody
like,
did
the-
not
the
watch
meta?
this movie.
Yeah. Whatever you're about to say, you should know from watching.
What's the deal with the red shoes?
No, I was gonna say like they like what was it? They like
What's the deal with these shoes? They hurt
Sorry,
your
Brody,
feet.
go. Wait, stop. Brody,
they
talk.
like they. What is it? They like How does it? Fuck, dude. Now I'm.
Go
I'm
ahead,
like,
it's okay.
insecure and, like scared.
No, it's
No,
okay.
no,
We already know at
it's
this
okay.
point that you have the question, so it's over for you. You might as well say it now.
Yeah, it was like they like they continue to like dance like even after they are like, you know what I mean?
The shoes never stop dancing. You
Yeah.
become a victim to the shoes.
Yeah, you become a victim to the shoes.
They cannot stop dancing. They were born to dance, and oh boy, are they gonna.
Yeah. And then
boy,
when she
Kinda like-
died, quote unquote,
Yeah.
but then the play keeps going, right? Art keeps moving. The
Yeah,
she
shoes are
sort
back
of
on sale.
the shoes are back on sale. She asked for the red shoes to be taken off, but only until something tragic happens, And then even her feet are still red. They're still bloody with the red. Thank you, Technicolor.
Man, fuck Technicolor, dude.
Wait, what's wrong with that?
Troy
You
doesn't
get it,
like
dude. They're red.
Troy doesn't like Technicolor because Technicolor looks like something else Troy doesn't like.
Oh, that is so... Dude, Technicolor's sick.
No,
That's 'cause
Technicolor was
that's 'cause you
sick.
just haven't seen enough Technicolor movies that are good.
I've seen a couple. Was Technicolor really like? Does Technicolor officially predate color film? Like, how does Technicolor work?
Technicolor it shoots three, I believe, three separate negatives, and each one has an emulsion that's each one has an emulsion that captures
Yeah,
like
the
a
different.
certain spec, like a part of the color spectrum. And so like you have one that's more sensitive. I think it's
Listen, the
I
first
don't
color
know if it's
photograph is
RGB.
1855, so they should have been shooting color the whole time.
so true. I don't know if it's RGB or slightly different than that, but it's basically the same idea. It's like splitting apart the three separate ones and then overlaying them on top of each other. There's like a point during the film where you can see like
Yeah, especially in the crazy
The-
sequence of the red
You
shoes.
two
can-
different,
you-
like the
you can s-
negatives aren't aligned perfectly in the
You
print.
you can see the shot of porn that Tyler Durden snuck in.
Oh my gosh.
But it's only in the red channel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things
So
fall
it's
apart
like-
when they get fancy with the editing here.
What do you mean?
Like, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm saying you can see it coming apart, I think, a little bit more. A lot of hand
It's kind
work.
of cool
No,
though.
I think it's kind of sick. Like I think
just starts looking
looks
like it's
really
in-
good.
Dude, to me, it just starts looking like a really awesome CGI thing. Like an extremely well done, completely CGI in a good way. Like in a, I don't know, like this is like you could get her to be like a little figurine that dances in your home.
Yeah, this
Mhm.
was,
And she would look like a hologram, but
I
in a good
wish.
way. Like
At the time, this
unironically.
must have looked. I mean, now it
So
looks crazy,
crazy.
but like then it would have been like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They never seen
You would've
nothing like
ran
this.
Well, they also never took acid, so they weren't used to this
Yeah,
type
they
of
weren't
like
used- yeah,
visualization.
Yeah, things that we take for granted.
Yeah, things that
We
take
see
for
things
granted
like
as
this
people
every
who take
day.
acid every day.
Yeah, we take acid
Yeah.
every day.
Well, they put in the water.
Yeah,
So true.
as people who drink water.
Yeah.
As modern man is sculpted by LSD.
Yeah, that's what Britas actually do. Is they just put LSD in your water.
LSD, LCD,
That's good.
RGB.
That's good.
RGB.
Technicolor.
Yeah.
This is so
Hey,
fucking.
look, I also want I want to address Brody. What when you're saying what did you say? You said something. What did you say? You said
I don't know. I
something
feel
about-
weird. I feel weird now.
like you said something about
Well, you said
something
it
being
like comes full circle. You're talking about like the red shoes and how it's like it comes full circle. The art moves on.
Yeah.
The
No,
shoes
no,
keep
no.
dancing. It connects to the ending.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say something else, but yeah, I mean, I think I thought showing her die or whatever in that way, like showing that like it really was. I don't know. It made me like I don't know how lame would it have been if like that didn't happen. You know, like
Talking about in
it-
the
like,
play
it
or
really
in,
makes it
in the train?
Yeah, which are you talking about?
the scene of her when she dies and then you see the like opening of the ballet without her,
That was so important.
like
You're,
having
you're
it,
right.
yeah,
that
like
was
having
so
it-
important.
yeah, like I don't know, giving it, I don't know, it gives it, I mean, even as like the more obvious metaphor of just like life going on when somebody dies or something. But it makes and like it seeming so like absurd, you know, like it's so absurd, like because you've got this literal like spotlight where the person isn't, I thought was like particularly like powerful. Like I can't think of another movie where something like that happens where it has like such a extreme or like overt image, or like I don't know, yeah, almost like vulgar with how like extreme it is, or something about like
Oh yes, he kisses her feet too. By the way, I forgot.
Dude,
that it was
I want to suck her
Tarantino.
toes, dude. This whole film, so much toe
You know,
attention.
No.
All this ballet.
Ballet toes are disgusting.
I know, that's why they're the most tasty. They have the most it's like dry aged beef.
they're
You know, it's
flat.
been
Yeah, it's like that probably tastes like mustard.
no, it's probably like more refined, like
Probably tastes like dill and mustard.
no. Everyone
curry.
knows ballet feet are the like, specialty
Coffee.
French cheeses of feet.
oh, don't say that.
Yeah,
This.
so stinky.
Oh man.
I wonder what the red shoes smell
Maybe
like.
what
I'm
if
talking
what
about
if
that.
maybe she just wanted to stop dancing because it was like not what she wanted to do anymore.
Yeah.
And then that guy just kept pushing it on her.
Off screen,
And she just kind of like believed him.
off screen,
Because
she had
his
taken
power is too strong.
quite an interest in baking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, or like maybe she like I don't know like wanted to have kids
I
or
thought-
something.
I like the scene where it's Julian and her, and it's them, being lovebirds, but just doing their regular life, and they're sitting there at nighttime, and then he has like the moment of inspiration comes to him, and then she opens the drawer, and then looks at the red shoes, and then she comes in to join him. First of all, I feel like this whole scene
This scene is
insane. Like,
This is
yeah,
one
the
of the
colors
best.
and everything, like this
Yeah,
like
this scene is
gray,
awesome.
silver,
And they're on
blue
stage.
thing going on. Yeah, and they're on a stage, and like it's
Yeah.
like painted, like looks like a curtain. Yeah, and then
Yeah. But they're in separate beds though, which I mean thematically can make sense, but
I thought that was strange as well.
it's so sad.
Listen, it's a very European
Maybe
thing. You
he's-
wouldn't get
maybe
it.
Maybe he snores a lot.
It's a very European
Yeah.
thing. So
She always takes the sheets. It's it's this whole
it's
thing.
hot, it gets hot.
It gets
It's
hot.
the summer.
Yeah.
He sleeps like an oven.
Wait, that
Yeah.
And that's the kind of idiosyncrasies we like. No, this is definitely a
when
top
she-
scene.
when she opens the door, and like there's like that yellow light, like
Mhm.
and, yeah.
And you
it
think he's
looks
having an
so
affair,
insane.
right? Am I right? That's the whole vibe I have, is where you think he's having an affair and you start to think, oh no, this life isn't working out. But then it turns out he's just playing piano, because the piano you first think is non-diegetic, and then you find out, oh, it's diegetic, and they're in a happy relationship. Oh, yay.
Well,
I didn't feel that way.
If you guys disagree, you
no,
obviously
no,
just
no,
didn't
'cause-
pick up on this obvious
No,
real
no,
thing.
no. There is. I mean, I think you're right about the having an affair thing, but like the having an affair is not as whatever explicit
He's-
as
he's
thinking
having-
that he's with another woman so
he's
much
having
as
an
like
affair with the
he
art.
is an artist. And
Well, yeah,
he's
well, I
like-
think- I think
So-
originally you think, oh, he's sneaking out, and she looks kind of sad, and then you find out, oh,
Well,
it's just an artist.
no,
Oh, it is an
no,
affair of sorts.
No,
Yeah.
I
Wait,
didn't
wait,
Look,
hold on.
hold on.
Powell
hold on.
obviously
Can I-
has seen camera
No,
buff.
so yes, it's the only infidelity you're worried about is like how much is he going to be interested in the art. I never got this vibe that he was cheating on her.
Yeah.
But like literally like with another person. But I mean when they're hugging, I mean that was a moment like of the most like that was one of the most emotionally complex moments because she's happy, he's intimately interested in the piano, she hugs him, throws herself on him, and they snuggle. But it's like there's definitely like a somber
Yeah.
like overtone to it. Like
there's an
it's not just like a
or something.
it's right. It's not just like a oh yeah they actually are happy and love each other. No. It's like fuck like this is pretty sad, dude. It's gonna end.
You guys are out of your mind. You're telling me, I tell you a story about this, you got the couple, separate beds. He hears a woman singing outside. He's lying awake. He hears her. He gets up, puts on some clothes, and leaves. You're telling me you think, oh, sounds like nothing affair-like is going on.
I
Totally-
immediately thought he was making
John and
music.
I are on the same
Totally-
wavelength.
No. Listen, totally, like valid. Like, yeah, he does hear the call of a woman and
Yeah.
wakes up and feels compelled to go visit
But
the
it's
piano.
musical.
But listen, I at no point ever even considered that it was a real woman. Is that
Right.
if you
Right.
ever consider it a real woman, that's what is not going
Yeah,
on.
you're batshit, dude. He's
Yeah.
obviously called by music. It's obviously
Yeah,
him
it's
being called
it's
by
like I
music.
literally
You
think
guys,
it's like,
man.
oh wow, okay, yeah, he's being inspired to do something musical.
Yes.
And thematically it takes this like form of a woman because it is in like in a competition with his wife, you know.
You guys
Yeah.
are just hindsight Henrys, I'm telling you.
Not true.
No.
Not true. Both times I watched it.
I think you've
never
just revealed.
considered.
I think you've just revealed your latent interest to cheat, Troy.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
To commit infidelity.
no.
Troy's like this literally happened to me the other night. I was
Yeah,
listening. and
I was
heard-
cheating on my
I heard-
girl.
Yeah, I heard opera singing outside of my room.
And then I went to go. Then I went to go play
And then I went to
Factorio, and then
fuck
she
her.
threw it. No, and then I went to go play Factorio, and then she came up to me and hugged me, and it was all good.
Yeah,
We
that
were
was all
happy.
fine. Yeah, that's what happened. That's where I was going with that actually.
Yeah.
Nowhere, like no, I wasn't going to say
When
that
she
he gets up and then goes outside and there's another woman in it.
when she cries, when she starts crying when you turn on the PlayStation.
I like the scene where it's him and her, and he's doing her spread eagle. I thought that was the most riveting. No, okay, we all know what the best scene of the movie
What
is.
are you saying?
What? When he's taking her from the back,
Never
What?
mind.
and it's full frontal on camera.
What?
All right, this is the best scene. Right here, boom.
Oh, dude, when he
That's
is
the
this
best.
is this just
He's-
him
well,
conducting?
Yeah,
Or is
him
that
conducting. This is the best. He is
but
possessed.
He's
Dude,
not a
I-
real conductor. You can
I-
tell.
No, he is. What are you talking about?
No, he's not IRL. You can tell. He's not doing any of the
Wait.
right motions, and he's off time.
Oh,
Are you-
okay.
are you
Well, the
serious?
off time
Are
thing
you-
is
Shut up.
look.
Shut up, Steven.
Hold on. The off time thing is real, but they
it's
were
a little
limited
real,
by
but
their
whatever.
time.
I don't care. Yeah, I didn't.
Listen,
care
they
about
didn't have
it. Yeah.
resolve. Oh my gosh.
You
Bug
good?
just
Troy
flew in
just
my
broke
eye.
his nose.
I've got this single little bug that keeps flying
They're
around
listening.
bothering
They're
me.
listening.
Listen, they didn't have resolve. They didn't have resolve.
Bug
sync.
is code.
Back then they had to do it all with rulers.
Look, back then
They had to
I don't-
measure.
I
They
don't
had to
even-
measure the time in millimeters.
I don't even think they had like music back then.
Yeah, little do you know that when you're watching this, under your desk is a live orchestra.
Yeah. And you get an orchestra. You get an orchestra. You get an
Yeah.
orchestra.
Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't they do that?
That'd be cool.
The last
Do you-
scene is
okay,
bad.
If you think about it, that's kind of like what like a music box is. That's kind of like what a radio. That's why it was so important to the times, dude. So like you got this radio, and you could just imagine having this orchestra in your room with you all the time, anywhere you went. Isn't that awesome? You can't imagine the changes in people, bro. You
Yeah.
can't even imagine it, bro.
You can't even imagine it.
You know,
Yo,
in
could
one-
you have you seen the video with the chimpanzee, bro? Yo, pull it up, dude. It's got crazy muscles on
You
it,
know-
bro.
You know,
Pull it up.
in one of the early screenings of this film, I'm reading here, there was a fire in the theater, and instead of leaving, about half the theater end up burning alive because they thought that there actually was an orchestra in the film, but it was beneath them, and they were trying to rescue them by digging up the boards. But
Yeah.
there was nothing there.
I bet Red Shoe sales went up huge after this movie.
Yeah.
That's so true. All right. It's time. Someone has to mention the elephant in the room. We all know that Inland Empire is a better Red Shoes.
No. What's that one movie that we've not seen
Or
directed
rather-
by Darren Aronofsky? Black Swan.
Yeah, Black Swan is
Black
a worse
Swan?
version of this movie.
Is
100%.
it
I have
worse
not
version?
seen Black Swan. I have not seen it.
I think it's funny because Inland.
Seems
Wait, Black
cool, I
Swan
don't
is a
know.
worse version of this movie?
Oh,
I haven't seen Black Swan.
I haven't seen it, but it seems
I just
cool.
know Portman Flicks
No,
or Bean
Black-
or something like that.
Black Swan is definitely pretty dope.
That's
but it
Aronofsky?
is-
I was 17 when I
Yes.
saw Black
Yeah.
Swan, so I have like no
And-
real opinion about it.
No, it's,
That's when you
it's-
became a
it-
man.
It definitely is really good, but it's like literally the exact same plot. And
Dude, my
is-
pits smell like buttered
in
popcorn
my
right now.
in my opinion, though, like I don't know. I find this movie more powerful than that movie, but it's also like really good. Like I like Black Swan.
But we agree the Inland Empire connection is real and obvious and fits in well with Lynch's obsession with just recreating Wizard of Oz in various different forms. And this is kind of like another Wizard of Oz analog.
Yeah, I mean it definitely. I mean, but
Inland Empire is this movie but made real.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is interesting given the extreme unreality of it.
Well, listen, I feel like there's
The
like
Lizard
the
of
two,
Oz.
The Lizard of Oz. The Blizzard Shake of Oz.
The Bahizzy,
The Scissorp of Oz.
See,
Inland Empire.
The Bahizzy of Oz.
Take the first, everything pre Red Shoes in the Red Shoes.
Boz.
Everything pre-ballet Red Shoes is the first, like, 20 minutes of Inland Empire. But Inland Empire, she never comes out of the...
Dude, stop!
You know what I'm saying?
Spoil, bro.
You've all fucking seen it. You know what I'm saying?
No, but I'm saying, come on.
In this
dude,
movie,
viewers
she
haven't.
goes into the ballet. She believes. She sees, right? She dreams.
Yeah.
Inland Empire, grind never stops. This movie
just-
comes to a halt.
It's just different.
Yeah, I know.
But
I just want to point out the big connection. This is
Well, I know, but
I wanted to point out the French connection, the Lynch connection.
I mean, look, why you gotta do it by? Why can't you be like, oh yeah, this is like Inland Empire in these ways, and isn't that interesting? Why does it have to be Inland Empire is a way better version of this movie?
Well, because I have to be funny when I say it. I don't even think Inland Empire. I can't actually just say something. I need to make it shocking.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the only way to generate interest.
Yeah. What am I, some square? Hey guys, I just kind of thought that Inland Empire. Guys, hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
Raping my. Sorry, I got it here. Hold on. Can I go?
Yeah, go, Steven.
Raping my mom prank gone wrong. Anyways.
It's terrible.
Well, I got your attention.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so true though, actually. I missed that video, the one with the rape prank where the guy sets up the speakers in a public bathroom to make it sound like someone's being raped in the stall. And then when people go to save the woman, all they find in the stall is a mirror pointing at them. And then, like, you know what I'm talking about? You guys see the video?
Yeah,
We watched it together. It's so funny. It's so ridiculous.
Dude, I love that video, dude. I love that idea.
And the guy's like so reverent about the whole thing, you know?
There's a mirror.
Yeah, you remember this, John? I swear you were there.
I saw it.
It's incredible.
Dude,
it's like a park bathroom. It's horrific.
And it's one of you're right about it's the righteousness that the guy has. Like
the whole thing is so reverent. They have on a rape victim who speaks, but she's in darkness and has a voice modulator on to preserve anonymity. The whole thing is like super, and it's kind of like the whole channel is just a prank channel. But then this video, you know, they had to set the tone for the culture.
Yeah. Well, it is just want to say the Cinematographological podcast disavows all rapists and any rapist listener or like raper listener.
Yeah. Listen. If you're out there, if you're listening to this right now and you're a rapist,
please just turn it off.
Oh my gosh, dude! What are you doing?
Turn it off and check yourself. How about instead of spending $5 on a Patreon, you go spend $5 on a therapy session?
No, spend $5 on a bus ticket straight to hell, or your local jail.
How about we put you 500 eternities? Matter of fact, on the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, 50,000 eternities on the Flying Dutchman. That's what you should be sentenced to.
You like swabbing girls' poop decks so much. We're gonna be swabbing a poop deck for 500 eternities.
Ugh, disgusting. These people.
Cryo
I can't
sleep.
believe they exist.
10 billion years.
Wake up. You're going to
so
sleep.
Cold.
Time to get some rest.
Yeah. It's like a spray you put in their face. You just wake up 10 billion years later.
That's what I do to people on the street is I carry around canned air for keyboard cleaner.
Yeah.
And then you just flip it up, you flip it upside down and you say go to sleep,
Oh.
and then you spray it at them.
That's such a funny like weapon. It's so stupid.
It's better when you dual wield.
Ah!
That would be terrible. Listen, this
Dude, what
movie's
the
so
fuck?
awesome. Listen, John, I'm telling you. If you got me in a 20-hour scene by scene for this, I'd come back saying it's the best film I've ever seen in my whole life.
I really like the movie.
What's that mean?
Yeah, I like the movie a lot.
It means essentially nothing, but I really like this movie.
All right.
Look, everyone
It's just it
thinks-
doesn't listen. I really like it, but it doesn't excite me, and I can't imagine crying. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, you don't.
That's just
that's
like-
what
Yeah.
I think is crazy.
Me not
Just-
crying is really just a proxy for a whole lot of other things.
Look. All honesty here,
God.
I cried at many points in the film.
Dude, really?
So-
Wait, that's awesome.
That's
So,
awesome. I'm jealous.
I mean, like, this is like, Steven, stop that.
Do you smell that? Do you smell that?
Can you
Can you
smell
smell
that? That's why my confusion about everyone's seeming distance from it.
I'm not I'm right up with it. I'm in it.
Yeah, we're all with it. Just
Well, I
not
know, but
crying.
the-
Yeah,
the-
but you
I know.
cry.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
Crying
you're
is
right.
winning.
Yeah,
You're right.
Listen. Put me in front of a Murmau. Was that how you say his name? Put me in front of silent film. I'll cry.
Put me in front of silent film.
Put me in front of silent film. I'll cry. I came close to
Put me in front
watching.
of silent film, and I'll fill the room with
Listen, I'm a
it won't
crier.
be
More
silent
silence.
anymore. With more silence.
Yeah, I'm a crier. The other day I watched a clip compilation of motorcycle riders letting little boys rev the engine at red lights and stuff, and I cried.
That's awesome.
It was so awesome.
I would never want to do that as a kid. I was so bashful.
I did it once. Like a real, guy was like, "Oh, you want to do it?" And
Oh,
it
that's
freaked
awesome.
me out, dude. It scared me so bad when I did it. Most of these kids react positively, but I remember when it happened to me, I was just really scared.
I saw a video of a young. I won't say what I was about to say.
Don't say it.
I saw a video of a young family, and there was they let like a 5-year-old behind the wheel, and they were like they were just driving in a residential, filming it, laughing. They're all sitting passenger seat, just having fun, and they're saying a little more gas, and he's like, whoa, like whoa, whoa, whoa.
that
He's
sounds
like
horrific.
he's like barely saying words,
Wow.
And then one of them like throws his cap. He puts his hat on the other one, and or on the kid, as he's driving, puts the hat on him, like his cool snapback, and then
Yeah.
the kid's like adjusting the hat as he's like driving, and they're like veering like all around in this suburban neighborhood. Looked
Jesus
horrible.
Christ.
Looked like such a bad idea. It was so bad.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty bad. Although, we've all been there. You're out in the desert, and mom/dad lets you drive.
Not at 5.
No, I've never.
And not in a
never.
suburban neighborhood.
Yeah, maybe
Sure.
not.
When-
Yeah, no.
when
As I
did-
said,
how
out in the
about this?
desert.
How about
That's
this?
what I'm talking about. The
Until I
desert.
was 16.
Really? Ever? That was your first
No,
time?
I
ever?
My
drove
dad
around
let me
the-
drive when I was like 8 or 9 a couple times, but
Yeah, when
out
I
in
was
the
like-
desert or some wilderness.
When I was like 10 or something, I was in the desert and I was able to like drive at like 15 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Like
that's epic.
to like
pretty
from
fun.
like point A to point B,
What
Yeah.
about what was the first time you drove like a vehicle, not bike, like a motorized vehicle?
I drove ATVs.
Oh yeah,
This was against my parents'
religion.
Religion.
This is so true. They were a dirt bike only household.
Like only by doctrine.
Yeah, they only drove terrain-specific vehicles, not
Yeah,
anything
Polaris.
that-
Not
drive anything.
not never all
Yeah,
terrain.
no,
Only
Yeah,
terrain.
yeah, nice.
highly specialized family.
Dune buggies.
Because my mom, I was not allowed to, and I think it was like 12 or something. I drove four-wheelers, and then I crashed one at one point and came home injured, and then I did not ride one.
Dude, that
ever
sucks.
again.
How was that crash? How'd you crash it?
I was driving pretty fast. It was like doing laps around this field next to my friend's house, and I was going pretty fast on the straightaway, and I thought like, oh, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna gas a little bit. So I gassed a little bit, and then actually I just realized I've crashed four-wheeler twice. So this was the first time. The first time I like hit a some kind of a bump or something, and I veered off to the left a little more than I thought I was going to, and there was a trailer. Then this was a small ATV, and so the handlebar hit the trailer, and it twisted my handlebars left.
Yeah.
And the four-wheeler twisted and then luckily it didn't land on me. I flew off the side.
That sounds like
we could have died.
Was your dad there?
No.
Oh, was he still? Did he still have his legs when this happened?
Well, I think didn't he had one of them.
Yeah, he still had one of them.
This was the accident. This was the accident.
It was after the first accident, but before the second.
John landed on his dad's legs.
Yeah.
The damnedest thing.
It's crazy that you mentioned that, actually.
I like this. I like just talking about our own narratives.
Yeah, so true.
About go-karts, you guys go-kart much?
Oh my gosh!
I was a
Do
big
not
go-kart
get me
guy.
started.
Maybe
I
we
was a
should
big
start doing.
go-kart guy.
Wait. Can I just say before we launch?
Do you want to
into
say
these?
something that's been said every podcast?
No. This is different. Maybe we should
Okay.
start doing clips. Like we should have like a separate playlist for like
Yeah, Brody.
moments.
I'll do it.
You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just saying, if it seems like a fun idea, like this could be just titled.
John rode an ATV.
Yeah, John's accident.
John
Yeah.
rides an ATV.
Like it would just it
Yeah.
would create like a more clickbaity short.
The accident that shattered
parasocial-
John's family.
Look,
You know,
I'll do it.
it.
it'd be more like Come Town.
I don't. Dude, I'll do anything.
Okay.
They call me the cum clown.
Do
anything.
I'll do anything.
They say I'll do anything,
I'll even
and
cry during the red shoes.
whoa.
That's the one thing.
One
That's
step-
the one
that's
thing
the
I
one-
won't
that's
do.
the one
That's
thing I
the
won't
one
do.
thing I won't
That's
do.
what you like an angel descends and comes down and talks to you, and he's like, I need, can you do anything? And you say, yes, I'll do anything. He's like, are you sure? If you do anything, I'll take you to heaven with me.
and he says you have to cry. Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't respond. You go, and then it cuts.
and then John lands on your legs with his ATV
Then I land on your legs that have to be amputated.
before you can explain.
And then a piano comes out and falls on you.
Yeah, and then the piano falls on your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. An ATV runs me over.
Do you ever think about the psychoanalytic implications?
driven by a piano.
by John's legless dad.
Have you ever thought about the psychoanalytic implications of the piano? The reason they chose the piano to drop on people?
It's heavy.
Enlighten.
I haven't thought
Sexually
about
heavy.
it. Yeah,
It's
it just-
psychosexually heavy.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense, you know.
And it makes a sound, so it's funny.
Yeah, the sound. Well, the
Right?
sound.
That's like the whole thing, right?
No,
it's a
it-
heavy
well-
object that makes a funny sound when it falls.
Yes, and what else makes a funny sound as it climaxes, as it hits?
Drum set.
When you
When I
finish.
come? What?
Well, yeah,
Oh, like the falling piano is like the
it's
busting
like a
Troy.
cum. Yeah, it's just a cum.
It's like it's a cum.
Why don't they just have a piano made of cum?
It kills
This
you.
Because it wouldn't have the right resonance, Steven. You fucking
Oh.
idiot.
You couldn't do that. You physically couldn't do that. Maybe you could do strings. You know, if you like cool them, you like cool the piano strings. You use cum. And
Oh, the
then you just,
strings
like-
are made of cum too.
Yeah, and you like freeze maybe just
That's
the strings,
crazy.
and you freeze the cum, so it's like just the right.
Yeah,
This
so
is starting
then
to
it
sound
can-
far-fetched and unreal, which you know I'm allergic to. But I think we could talk seriously about a cum marimba or a xylophone.
Is the marimba the thing that you like?
It's
Bong,
a-
bong, bong.
it's
It's
a
like a
si- it's like-
circular. It's a
no.
circular.
No, marimba is basically an advanced. It's just a
It's
xylophone,
like a xylophone. Oh,
but
okay.
like legit.
Yeah.
Kind of how like timpani is the real word for big drum.
Right. What about those globe-like things that have divots in them?
Yeah.
And then you tap them.
Steel,
Like
I think like steel drums. I think.
Yeah, and like only hippies have them.
Yeah.
Hippies and like people
Hippies.
trying to impress other people.
Yeah. You mean hippies?
anyone who's trying
Yeah,
to
you mean a
impress
person.
anyone else is a
Yeah. Yeah. So true.
No, marimbas are awesome. I mean, the steel globe things are so cool, bro. They sound really awesome, and you can produce a lot of different sounds with one instrument. If you're going to
Yeah,
invest in
they're
an instrument,
highly
I hope you spend $700 on a giant steel ball.
highly intuitive.
You can put a
instrument.
blanket on it and make it sound a little different.
I think the biggest draw to that thing is how intuitive it strikes you.
So true.
Right? It feels perfect for that type of person too, because they don't. What are they going to learn how to play music? No, they want to smack a piece of metal with their hands
Right.
and produce beautiful music.
They just do
And
this.
I know I've seen the same exact videos you're imagining. I know this guy.
Yeah.
He's like anti-alcohol. He's like one of his big
Probably,
things.
yeah. He's probably like all night. He probably lives a really healthy lifestyle and has a
Yeah.
lot of secure attachment styles.
Wait, I wanted to. Was it go-karting?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
you know what? No, I want to talk about chess. I want to talk about chess
Okay.
960.
Chess is a lot
Dude,
like go
Bro,
karting.
you gotta play more chess.
Well, I thought that's not actually. I was thinking it was more like a cum piano, where even the strings are made of cum.
It might be like John's dad.
It's kind of like John's legless father. Which honestly, I'm sorry for joking about that,
it's-
John. You have a really good
it's-
sense of humor
it's-
about the whole thing.
The audience. Yeah, it's funny because the audience like has no idea. It's like this is actually something his dad has to live with.
Yeah, and
This-
the only
like,
well, we haven't even
it's,
talked
like,
about.
so
They only
comical.
know about the legless problem. They don't know about all the tubes and the whatever. You know, I don't
Yeah.
want to like out your stuff,
Yeah.
your nightmare
Well,
existence.
Well, at one point, I think he was worried about like being seen as. I don't even want to go down that route. Never mind.
We better not.
Better not.
Yeah, it's
No, no,
his
John,
pri- his
stay,
privacy
John.
is safe.
John, don't
John,
go,
John,
No,
John.
John.
okay, it's okay.
All right.
Just don't.
I'm glad-
Just
yeah.
like it was funny because it came out. Like, just don't do it again.
Yeah.
All right, chess. Okay, I know Steve. I know Brody is Steven. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with like chess.
Yeah. Queen takes. Pawn 6.
Yeah.
So
For real though, you kind of
yeah. So
you-
John,
you-
there's this
you-
game called chess. Let's all describe. Yeah.
Well, no. Well, I
Yeah.
know Steven. I know he's
I-
somewhat in touch with
we've-
the Twitch community, right? You're in.
Well, we also played chess. Remember in dorms.
Yeah. But I mean,
For the
are you
viewers at home,
are you in
Troy-
touch?
Troy and I
Are you in
were-
touch with?
Sorry.
Are you in touch with chess?
How in touch? What do you mean?
Anyway, who cares? So I'm gonna talk no matter what.
I mean,
Anyway.
I know the rules, and I don't know, dude. Yeah.
Brody would
I
know
played
better.
quite a
Brody,
few.
does Steven, is he
No.
somewhat in touch?
No.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't.
Anyway, so chess is like totally corrupt, and
Yes.
you know Fischer, Bobby Fischer, you know, great chess
Yes.
player. And in his later years became super based. That's a joke.
For
I
the-
disavow.
for
I
the audience,
disavow.
yeah, for-
I
like
disavow
everyone-
all Bobby Fischer political opinions. I respect his chess playing, but everything else, absolutely abhorrent.
Well, his chess playing was a little bit. It's a little
asterisk.
overblown. It's a little overblown.
Well, it was a big deal because it was Cold War, first to beat the Russians.
Yeah, there's computers that can do it better now.
anyway, he creates this thing called Bobby Fischer random chess, more popularly known as Chess 960, where the starting position of the non-pawn pieces are randomized at the start, resulting in 960 different configurations. The idea being that chess has reached such a state that basically to be great, it has so much to do with memorization and a lot less to do with creativity and like forward thinking. So, right, like if you look at modern chess play, like at high levels, like even though everyone likes to, oh my god, there's more chess configurations than atoms in the universe. Ugh. Obviously true, but in like high level play right now, like it takes like 50 moves or something before the chess until the board actually reaches a state of novelty.
No, it's way less than 50. But I get what you're saying.
It's way too high. And so anyway, it's just because they just memorize everything.
It's like
anyway, so
100.
Chess 960 is the future of chess. I want to just plug that. And there was the first
I have a
official
question
Chess 960 championship was
about
held,
this.
I think, like last year. So
can I
it's
ask
gaining traction.
A genuine question about this.
Yeah.
Is it mirrored?
It's
You're
mirrored.
both. It's randomized.
Yes,
but mirrored?
it's mirrored.
Okay.
It's symmetrical.
Symmetrical.
That's
Yeah.
why it's only 960.
That's cool.
Not.
Yeah,
10,
whatever.
10,566,200 monkeys typing Shakespeare
Yeah,
on a
it's
typewriter.
yeah.
It's still some. Yeah, there's actually.
They're all typing
You know, they say
Shakespeare.
Every
they say if you were to place all the possible chess configurations at typewriters, they would
Dude,
write.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I just thought of something. So you know that website, the that is supposed to have every single
Yeah,
like it's
Library of Babel.
dude. It
Oh,
totally-
that is so. I love that.
it's fake as fuck.
no,
literally-
it's like
yes,
pseudo
it is.
fake.
It's fake.
It's no.
It's
no.
fake.
The concept
No.
is real. The
The
website
concept
is
is
not,
real, though.
Is not
No, no, no.
infinite, You know, like
No, you're saying
right.
it's fake because you're misunderstanding what it is presenting itself as.
No, dude.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Now we're getting down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You gotta explain to me like
No,
the viewers,
everyone,
dude. I don't
listen.
know.
We've all been there where someone says, "Oh, you know about the what's it called?
I don't. The Tower
The
of Babel,
Babylon-
Library of
the
Babel.
library.
The Babel, yeah, Library of Babel. Oh, you know about the Library of Babel? You know it's actually fake, right? Look, we've all been there listening to that person say that. Listen, it has never presented itself as having pre-generated and stored all possible combinations of lettering. You know.
Okay. I thought
Alright,
it was
well,
pre-generated.
So
and
that's the
stored.
real. That's going to be the real
Now that the
miscommunication.
audience has that
I wish,
cleared up
yeah.
and Steven knows what's going on. We should.
Yeah,
I wi-
mean that's crazy. Yeah,
I wish I
mean,
could follow it
that's
up with an
awesome.
understanding of what it actually is, but
Well,
I know
look,
that
'cause
it's
now-
not
look,
presenting
look,
itself
look,
as
my
that.
claim was that it was gonna be partially generated when you're looking things up. That was my take, right? But
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
now that I know that this is actually something that I was digging through the website looking for them for him to say that. Okay.
No, that is it is the common
He
misconception,
didn't,
and
he
I
didn't
wish
say that in the about section of his page. Okay, he should say that.
I could follow this up with an actual understanding of how it works.
Yeah.
I knew at some point that I had a decent idea and thought it was still
All right,
cool.
that's
Yeah,
it.
I mean,
Next
Jesus.
topic.
Okay, yeah.
Listen,
I'm
listen.
really glad we talked about chess. We were having fun talking about John's dad. Now we're talking about chess.
Yeah, I don't
Bobby
know how
Fischer,
that-
960, 69.
Yeah, Bob Fischer.
Fishy
Fisher
bobber.
random,
Fishy
Fisher random
bobber.
sec.
Can we
Fishy-
Fishy bobber.
Fishy Bobber, Babel, whatever.
Fisher
What's
Price.
if you guys could go see one band live right now, what would it be?
That's a good question. Can I choose the album performed?
Sure.
Do they have to be
sure,
alive?
Sure.
Are you watching them
Ye-
play right now and they're old?
How am I gonna get there?
No, we'll
Can I
just
choose the venue?
We will assume Prime. You can the venue is like just what. Well, the venue is within reason. It's not. You can't be on
Like
the moon.
outer space.
Yeah,
I was
you
about to
can't be on the
say.
moon. Yeah.
It's a cool. Yeah, the
Yeah.
acoustics up there are crazy.
But you
If I can't be in
choose
outer
dead.
space, then I'm not
Yeah.
gonna choose Celine Dion.
Okay.
But if you make that an option later, then
Yeah.
okay. Obviously, we all have the same take.
We're watching Prime Deftones. We're watching Prime Weezer.
Yeah. Prime Weezer.
Prime
Weezer.
yeah.
Hip.
We're all going to a Blady concert in
Blady?
outer
Probably.
space.
Okay, this is unironically non-cringe, or rather unironically cringe question. Can we choose like classical stuff? You know?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, then I'd probably choose like.
A-
Actually, no,
a
because you can
Mahler
kind
symphony?
of, the guy, yeah, Mahler would be there, but you probably get a better performance in like more contemporary performances of it,
Sure.
right?
Yeah. Just like from an orchestra
So
performing it.
yeah, like it'd be cool to see the guy, but and the actual music is probably better today than it was back then.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably choose like, like maybe Primetime, Animal Collective. Pink Floyd's The Wall was allegedly, an earth-shattering performance. They had quite the stage production.
But that had largely to do with the massive
Oh.
amounts of LSD everyone was taking.
Okay, no, I'm gonna go with like, I'm gonna go with probably Coltrane, some Coltrane or Miles Davis kind of blue or like something like that.
Just some kind of crazy jazzy. It's jazzy. It's fun. It's
Well, something that is
it's
uniquely.
brass.
Some kind of blue.
yeah.
Just yet. Well, something. I mean, that'd be something that's
Could be
uniquely
turquoise, could be
impressive
dark
to
blue.
witness in person.
just something.
Yeah. I'm with you, John. John, do you have any answers?
I don't know. I've been thinking.
John's gonna say Imagine Dragons.
Maroon
I've actually already seen Imagine Dragons in the perfect venue, so.
Radioactive.
I don't know. I was thinking the whole time Troy was answering, and I don't know, it's a hard one. I was gonna mention that I am seeing. I don't know if this would not be like concert that I don't know. It's not like dream concert level, but I am going to see Bob Dylan next week.
Ooh, that's fun.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so old. It's actually I'm
those
like worried.
tickets-
I'm worried he's gonna
Yeah,
die
you're
before
gonna watch
he makes
him-
it to
yeah.
the venue.
Where'd
What
you
if
get those
he dies?
tickets?
What if he dies while you
On
watch
stage.
him? That would
Red Shoes vibe.
look. That would suck, but that's
Yeah.
awesome, right? You watch Bob
Bob
Dylan die
Dylan?
live.
Will not perform.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
prefer
Not
he die in
tonight.
front of me than anyone
But
else.
Oh,
his
ever
guitar is here anyways.
We
And the
will
curtain
listen to
opens.
Yeah.
What about-
Guitar's,
what
like
about-
floating?
Yeah.
And then
It's just- it's
and then
just the
MIT robotics team brings out a cool robot they built that's gonna play the guitar better than Bob ever could.
Yeah, Boston Dynamics brings out
Boston
brings out the dog, and it
He just runs around.
and it just stands on the guitar and just like
Breaks it.
Yeah, it just breaks holes in the guitar. No, but yeah, I'm gonna see Bob Dylan. That's pretty sick. I
How was Imagine Dragons?
not very good. Honestly, it was
Really?
like like I actually thought it was gonna be.
Wait, you actually saw Imagine Dragons?
Yeah,
course he
yeah,
did.
I was a friend.
Well,
a
dude,
what the
friend
fuck?
of
That's
mine-
sick.
A friend of mine.
A friend of mine is the dragon.
A friend of mine is
friend
the
of mine
dragon that
imagines
they
dragons.
they happen to imagine every time they
Yeah.
play. No, did you? No. So it was my friend's mom organized some this festival thingy, and I helped. I was an employee, and I happened, and as instead of payment, I got VIP tickets to the show,
Dude, that is sick. I
and
would.
it was Neon Trees
Okay.
and Imagine Dragons,
Ooh.
It's kind of cool.
and
Yeah.
I got VIP tickets, and it was pretty.
You say, wait, is it neon trees or neon teas?
trees?
Anyways, I would. I
Wait,
think,
John, do you know about? I don't want to dox myself, but do you know the concert being put on by my company?
Oh,
this-
yes, I don't remember who.
It's, for the viewers at home, Troy does not own a company. He's saying a company. This is effectively your company. This is our company.
I don't remember who it is though.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, all right. So,
Can
I don't
I?
need to
can
I don't want to get
can-
canceled.
Can someone ask me? So
yeah, I was
can
gonna
tell
ask.
them
I was
Yeah,
gonna
wait,
ask
Steven,
you.
what's your
I-
answer?
yeah,
Steven,
what's
what's
the
your
answer?
answer?
Wait, yeah, I just want to say Brody was gonna ask you. He messaged me saying,
I did. Yeah.
When everyone
yep,
stops interrupting.
Yeah, I did. Yep, I did do that.
Oh, well, gosh. Now I feel like I shouldn't make the joke I was gonna make. I was gonna say Big Sean, but let me think real quick.
that would have been a funny
Either-
joke if you.
I
had
think
said
I
it.
would have laughed
I think
if you had said that.
Yeah,
maybe
except
Big
now,
Sean-
because you
maybe-
had said it this way. I didn't.
Maybe Mac DeMarco, Big Sean, or maybe Dead Mouse, or
Dude, Dead Mouse would be.
Dude, Dead Mouse would be sick. Dead Mouse would be
Daft
Genesis.
Punk, Daft
or
Punk would be
probably
cool.
probably Kendrick Lamar performing "Damn," or maybe
Haven't you already? You've already seen that.
I have like a few times. Maybe
I was there with you. This is
Cigarettes after
unironic.
sex. This is unironic. Maybe 21 Savage. Okay. I've got a real answer. now. I've
Car
thought.
seat headrest.
Car seat headrest. Yeah.
addressed.
Fuck.
Performed
Do
in
I
a
have an
car.
answer? I don't know. I've heard that. So there's obviously some better answers, but one that I think is worth mentioning genuinely is maybe like a Brian Eno concert. I don't know how he's doing now, but just because he like does he like basically makes a song, makes like a bunch of music on the spot. It's like 3 hours of just him making shit. So that
That'd
could
be
be,
tight.
That'd
yeah,
be
that
cool.
could be pretty
He's sick
fun.
right now.
Oh, what does he have? COVID or something?
No, I think it's just a stomach bug. Should be fine tomorrow. It's just something's going around.
Oh, that sucks, dude. He probably ate the bad sushi.
Yeah, he had diarrhea last night. He was
That
fine
sucks.
just 2 days ago.
Yeah. I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah.
I wish him all the best.
Wait,
I heard he had
yeah.
Tourette's syndrome, and that's how he makes his music.
That's pretty good.
I came up with another answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
LCD sound system.
Wait.
Stephen
LCD
laughs.
Wait, is an LCD sound system? Oh, I'm thinking of Siberian Orchestra.
No, I'm thinking LCD sound system.
Oh, in a similar vein, and maybe even a better version of LCD sound system.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, what are they called? Dreams. What are they called? Dream something. Dang it. Or no.
What?
I'm gonna find out what they're called. Hold on. I thought it was Dream something. Whatever. I'll figure it out. You guys don't worry about it. Sound. Dream Theater. Dream Theater.
Dream Theater?
All right, never mind. It's
I
a
don't-
reference too deep for you guys, but they're insanely cringe. And whatever.
Seem
There's
cool.
a whole connotation that makes it really funny.
All
They
right.
seem I'm listening to a song right now. It's pretty funny.
But yeah, LCD
I
sound
don't know.
system. I've seen like videos of their concerts and
Shit goes
it's
pretty cool.
Yoko
it's pretty-
Ono.
It looks pretty sick.
I'll go to a Bon
I'd
Iver.
like to
I'll
see
go to a Bon
Yoko.
Iver concert.
Wait, actually, I don't
That
know.
could be
Like,
good.
are those concerts cool? Like, is he like known as?
Bon Iver.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, is that Bon
Yeah,
Iver?
yeah.
Sorry.
They're
Burn
my girlfriend's been to a Bon Iver concert. It's like one of her favorite concerts. she's
Yeah,
been to.
I watched some live performances. It seems pretty fun.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
pretty.
good.
It's pretty dope.
Pretty powerful.
Linkin Park concerts in their prime.
Dude, that actually
seem
seems
pretty
sick.
fun.
That actually,
Yeah,
they
they
seem
actually
pretty
seems
fun.
sick. Yeah.
Real answer. We have a friend whose name rhymes with Damn, who saw John Moss and said it was one of the best shows he's ever seen.
Oh, that's
no
awesome.
way. That's sick.
Yeah, apparently John Moss goes insane
Yeah,
mode.
I've seen.
I believe
I've
it.
seen videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
That's
that's,
so cool.
That's so sick.
Was that when Damn was in California or somewhere
Yeah,
else?
it's cool.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't
Dude,
think it was in
wait.
conjunction with the school. I just think it was at
I was just
that
at
period
that
of time.
I see. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Man, all we
Yeah,
had
good
was
for him.
fucking Schoolboy Q and whatever that three weed smoker dudes are. What do they
We
call
got Thundercat.
Flatbush Zombies.
Oh,
Oh
my
Flatbush
God.
Flatbush Zombie is so great.
Listen,
Dude,
Flatbush
wow.
was so hype.
Dude,
I
I
love
forgot about
Flatbush.
Put your- stick your
hand in, pull the green, smoke the green, smoke more green.
LSD, I'm smoking green. Listen, we were all.
We were
We've
all
all been there.
We were all so hyped up on nostalgia.
We had Charlie X
Oh,
Charlie
X.
XQC.
Charlie XQC.
That would be really fun.
Yeah, I feel like Charlie XX would be.
No,
cool.
we did have her.
No, we didn't. That's a lie.
Yeah, we did.
about- what about-
Yeah, we
what?
did.
No,
Yeah,
I
we
don't
did.
believe that.
I know 100% we did.
Did you ask? Oh, bleep that. I'll timestamp it.
Believe? Yeah, timestamp.
I got you.
Hey, we had Charlie. Yeah, it's confirmed. I was there.
What?
I worked security for that event. It was terrible.
Oh, so it was the first year. Okay. Maybe I wonder
yeah.
what I was doing.
Are Cockatoo Twins good live?
I don't know. That sounds fun though.
Birds?
Yeah, they're probably pretty cool.
I feel like
You know that one
Yeah,
famous
Birds.
and
You talking about fucking birds?
Wait,
I've-
what
I've
do you think? Wait, birds can't do a concert. What are you talking about?
Wait,
My
wait,
fav-
hold on.
my favorite-
Animals can be twins, right?
Eh.
Like that happens? I'm being totally serious.
Yes.
All right.
There's
I'd love to see some.
my
never
favorite
seen-
Cockatoo Twins fact is that song, John, "See Swallow Me," that very
Yeah.
famous. It's like probably their most famous song. They're not speaking English. They're saying like unironically. They're just speaking like old English syllables.
Yeah, that's like all their.
Oh, do they always do
Music.
that?
Yeah,
I
well,
didn't know
not
they
all
always
of
did
them,
that.
dude. No, not all of them.
well, a
dude.
lot of their lyrics. I mean, they say real words, but they also like a lot of their lyrics are like that. I think, right? I mean, that's
Yeah,
what I thought.
But then the
Like-
one further claim was that this was to facilitate mishearings, and it's intentional and pretty cool because it's like they're trying to like get you to actively listen and like have your own song playing in your head.
That's cool. That's cool because it's Harold Budd too. So that it kind of
Yeah.
it like goes into a lot of ambient music ideas too. That's
Yeah.
sick. Yeah, that's
yeah,
dope.
I like that factoid.
Yeah.
Sorry,
When I
that's
think
it.
of
It's a
the
good song.
when I think of the Cockatoo Twins, I think of
No,
Don't
The
say
Okay, I was gonna make a
Hodge twins.
joke, but what I actually think of are the two pale guys from the Matrix, Matrix 2.
Yes, the twins. My brother wanted their glasses. They, you know how they each character had their own
Yeah.
sunglasses. I think my dad got Neo. My brother got the twins, and I didn't get a pair because I was like too young. I was like 7
you
years
didn't get
younger. Yeah, I didn't get it yet, so I don't know. But that's so funny. Like buying you and your dad buying shades that match.
Yeah.
Matrix
That'd be
characters.
pretty cool.
That's so
I
funny.
wish me and my dad did that stuff.
Yeah, well, but your dad died in a horrible car accident 10 years before
10
you.
minutes before we started recording.
Dude. That joke would be funny if my dad actually was alive and didn't
Right.
die in a different situation.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot that he. I forgot that he died from horrible coronary artery blockage from eating like 20 Twinkies.
I forgot that he's gonna die in a car accident 10 minutes after we finished.
Yeah.
All the kids said, "You can't do it, Grandpa," and he said, "Watch me," and he just devoured like 50 boxes of Twinkies. Then he just died right there on the spot. God rest his soul.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, it would be funny if he wasn't gonna die 10 minutes after we stopped recording.
Steven, why are you send this stuff send the timestamps to Brody?
I will. I was just I was scrambling to
I don't
find a
need your
place to
dirty
put it.
laundry.
Dude. Why?
Yes, you actually
Alright.
do, Troy.
That's an attack.
I'll tell you
And I'll
Jacob.
back it up. I'll back it up.
Jacob
Fuck you,
came
Troy.
to my house. Jacob came to my house and he left his towel.
Well, I left my underwear.
No, you did not.
Not telling
did.
where.
I haven't seen it.
No, you remember this a while ago when I went up
Oh,
there
did
and
you
stayed.
retrieve it?
No, I never did. I just said
Yeah,
toss them. I'm not coming back to you.
Oh, then I guess I did.
Yeah.
All right,
Can we?
I gotta go.
Yeah, let's wrap.
Oh.
Can we wrap it up? Wrap it
Yeah.
up. Final
Yeah.
scores. Shout out.
Yeah.
Who's our main man? I forget his name.
I got
but
you.
He is
I'll find it right now. I got it right now.
But-
Raul Benavidez.
Yeah, dude. Shout out to him.
And also, don't
Is there
forget.
someone else?
Shout out
yeah.
to Darren Lokes.
No, the OG Peter. Is it Peter Miller? Peter Miller.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
God
Shout out-
bless Peter Miller.
Yeah. Shout out to our guys, dude.
But we don't condone the acts that our viewers do in case they may or may not do
Be-
something unhinged. But
We love
But
you,
we do-
but if you do
yeah.
anything bad, we're not gonna be there for you.
Yeah.
yeah, we're not. And don't
Yeah.
mention us. Don't mention us. Don't be like that one guy who's
Yeah.
subscribe
my
to PewDiePie
gosh.
or something. Do not say listen to Cinematographological.
Yeah, the
Do
cinema-
not say listen to Cinematographologically speaking. If
Yeah,
you
don't
do
say
something
that
atrocious.
because that wouldn't.
Do not
Don't say that because then somebody's gonna ask
Yeah,
you
'cause
to
it's not
spell
even-
it, and there's no way.
And that
you know how to
podcast doesn't
spell
even
it.
exist. Dude, honestly, I am getting tired of these guys telling investigators that, oh, this podcast, they said I should do this
Yeah.
and that, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you guys realize that when you tell them that, like, we actually have to talk to them.
Yes.
And it's just wasting all of our time, so.
Yes.
Like,
it's
these
slowing
jokes
the
are
authority
stupid.
that's
we
why
don't
that's
care.
why the podcasts have been slowing down recently. Is because we
It's
keep
cost-
having to
yeah.
talk to
Yeah,
investigators
we think
every
Facebook
week.
is shadow banning all of our Facebook ads because of this recent,
Facebook ads.
double homicide thing.
It's costing the government hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's just ridiculous. money that can be spent, saving lives,
Yeah, building schools.
building schools, building bomb,
Yeah.
building building 7.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right.
Okay, Troy.
All right, closing thoughts, real quick. Let's go.
Okay, I give this film a 10
Okay.
out of 1,000. Okay, no, I give
That's
this
literally
film.
impossible.
Okay.
Thanks for clarifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a big speech. I think we all know. We all have the same take anyway. I'm giving this film a 3.6. No. Immediately rescinded. I'm giving it a 3.8.
That's way higher than I thought it was gonna be.
Right.
Impressive.
I'm going. Listen.
You logging this, Brody?
Yes.
I love this movie. It's so good. I loved it even more the second time. I'm a proud owner of this film. Let's just say that let's get cut to the chase. The score is a 4.4.
Impressive.
Fuck you.
Winner.
That's crazy.
Fuck
I
you.
respect it.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Well, because I have
John can't stand to lose.
no morals, and I have to win against all odds. John, I give this movie a 4.5. No, I give it a. Yeah, because I am Machiavellian and I will win. No, I give it a 3.8. Unironically, that was my score before Troy. Thanks a lot, Troy. You made me look
Dude,
like a fool.
fuck.
Always happens.
I'm the loser again of this podcast. 3.3.
Well, at least we all enjoyed it. You
Yeah,
know,
it's
we all
alright.
had
You're
a
gonna
good
win.
time.
You're gonna win soon, Brody. Next week we'll watch.
You might win if you know that.
I
If
can't
you
even
just
think of what the movie's
if,
called.
if you vote and pick the movie you want to watch, and it might increase the likelihood of getting a movie you really like.
This is true.
You know?
Yeah, you
I
got
mean,
the
like,
lobby,
you know,
bro.
No,
gotta
I'm not.
start
I'm okay with.
lobbying.
I'm
You gotta start
not.
stage
Look,
a
I'm not.
protest.
I'm not bummed or anything. You know, it's just I just happen to be the loser again.
Plant a bomb in one of the text channels, and
Yeah.
I just happen to be the loser again. Okay.
Hold on. I'm
Is that
doing
it?
some googling. So I'm trying to make this joke. Well, whatever. Anyway, so don't worry, Brody. You're gonna win soon. Soon, maybe next week we'll watch Birth of a Nation.
No.
Get the 5 out of 5 you've always wanted.
No, you have to disavow that quick.
yeah,
disavow
quick.
quick.
I disavow.
All right,
Disavow.
Brody, you have
5
to
second
disavow.
rule. 5 second.
5 second disavow rule.
All right.
All right.
Fantastic.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.